We are back 8:37, marking National Water Safety Month with our friends Bode and Morgan Miller. The six-time Olympic medalist and his wife lost their 19-month-old daughter, Emmy, to drowning in 2018. And in the years since, they have turned an unimaginable loss into a mission. And they're here this morning with what every parent needs to know as the summer season gets underway. Bode and Morgan, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I always love being with you, and I'm always just marveling at how you have turned your grief from the very first moments into this mission, because you want to make sure all of us parents have this information. First of all, just catch us up on the family. You have little baby Scarlett, who's 4, and your kids go all the way up to 18.
Yeah.
How are they doing?
They're amazing. One's going off to college next year, which is wild. Scarlett is hanging in there with all of her big brothers. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we're getting into the summer months, and it's that moment where the pool's open, and you guys have always made the point that this is the #1 killer of children under 5, and yet you almost never hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was probably a benefit of sort of this topic, was that it was so obviously under talked about, underappreciated from pediatricians to families, and it can be an uncomfortable topic, and a lot of people avoid it naturally, but we're really trying to bring that to the forefront, as well as like some logical things. I mean, you know, Morgan's done some amazing stuff around kind of the talking points of how you can bring this stuff up, and that's been really great, I think, just so that people can have the conversation amongst each other. But we've also tried to attack it at sort of a systemic level, because I think systems aren't doing the best job that they could be, especially in that area.
One of the things people may not realize, and this is certainly what happened with Emmy, is that most drownings happen not around pool time, not even around a pool party. It's really when it's not expected and your guard is down. Can you explain?
Well, as you said, drowning is the #1 cause of death still for children under the age of 5, and is completely preventable. And I think having all the information to really understand what we're looking for is so important for parents. And 69% of drownings happen during a non-swim time. So when your child is in the playroom and you are hanging out with your friends, family, that is the time that they are most likely to get into that sort of danger, whether it's a dog bowl, a toilet, a bathtub, a pool. It really is any body of water. So being very aware of your surroundings and all the water that they could potentially get into is so important, especially when you are not at a pool party, when you are just at home doing your everyday things like switching laundry.
Yeah, a lot of people rely on floaties, and I know you guys feel like it's complicated about whether those are a good way to protect your child against drowning.
Right. Well, I mean, I think obviously they are if you're putting them on. But then it puts the kid in a position where, especially young kids, they think they can just jump in and float. It puts them in a vertical position in the water, which is untenable for them. So, I mean, when you think of 3/4 of these drowning accidents and deaths happen when you're not intending to swim, that's the time when they wouldn't have the floaty on, and you've pre-conditioned them to think they can just hop in the water. And I think that's the risk there. And again, we don't want to beat anybody up for the stuff, because I think life jackets and all that are all intended to be really positive. I think we just have to have a more broad view at what is happening, what are the statistics, and how do we move those in the right direction.
I remember you telling me, Morgan, I mean, 30 seconds is all it takes for a little one like yours to drown. And you think about that increment of 30 seconds. If you had just had an extra 30 seconds, you could have saved her. So what are some of the layers of protection that you can kind of stack on top of each other?
So just as you said, you're trying to buy yourself those increments of 30 seconds, because it really it's that little bit of time that is so important that can keep them here. And so it's a lock on your door, it's a pool fence, it's a pool cover. There's alarms that you can install. But one of the things for us that was huge was giving a child efficacy within the water. So the rule in our house is if you can crawl, you must be able to float. If you can walk, you must be able to swim. And the AAP has now moved the recommendation from 4 to 1, because they are starting to realize
kids should start getting swimming lessons.
When they should start getting swim lessons, because they are recognizing that their efficacy of being able to manage water and understand what it's like to be in water is so important.
Is that Scarlett right there? Is that your babe? Yeah. So when she was 6 months old, I remember talking to you about that then, and you guys deciding we're going to teach her to swim, to first to float, then to swim. But how scary that is. And also, you know, we feel as, I mean, I took my little ones to swim lessons. They don't like it. They cry, they fuss. And so a lot of parents are like, am I traumatizing them? Well, what's your answer to that?
It's the same thing. You know, car accidents used to be the #1 cause of death, and we put car seats in now. And how many times have we put a child in a car seat and they have kicked and screamed and cried as we try and buckle them in? But we do it because we know it's the right thing, and we know it's going to keep them safe. That's their way of communicating that they're uncomfortable. But sometimes it's important for them to learn these things. It's very important for them to learn these things because it's what's going to keep them alive.
Well, we're always glad to have you here. I'm so glad the family is doing well. Thank you for using your voices in such an important way.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
All right, Bode and Morgan Miller, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.